Yeah, hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. As promised, I have done a recreation of the 60s look. So I've got 60s makeup on, well, in the style of 60s, and I've given myself a nice little bouffant, a beehive, a nice little beehive. If you'd like to see how I've created this look, then stay exactly there. Grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee. If you want something stronger, by all means go and get that as well. Sit down and see how I've done it. Right, so I'm attempting to do a 60s makeup look. I'm going to start with just putting some primer on. Okay, so primer's on. Now, in the 60s, it was all about quite thin brows. Eyeshadows tended to be bright blue, white, green, that sort of, those sort of colours, really vibrant. Lots of eyeliner, but they didn't have the flick or the twiggy look, especially certainly didn't have the flick like other eras. It was more kind of almost like a droopy look, where the liner just sort of followed the line of the eye. Also in the crease line, it was always dark, like a black colour. So anyway, I'm just going to try and replicate a 60s look for you, okay? It was a trendy look for foundations or for your skin to look really pale, and of course it would have been like a pan stick, that type of thing. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of concealer. This is the lightest colour I've got, so just gonna fingers crossed that it'll do the trick. The lightest colour foundation I've got is actually a BB cream, and the colour is fair, so I'm just going to try. It's much lighter than I would normally use, so I'm just going to pop some of this on. Right, so that's the foundation on. I'm going to go in with this with this makeup palette. This does have all the colours that I actually want. So I'm going to start off with doing the crease line. And as I say, it was always a very dark brown or black. So I'm going to go in with the black. And the idea behind this is you see the line, it isn't hidden, it isn't blended. You are meant to see it, and it's meant to be, like if you've got hooded eyes that I have now, you'd go just above that crease line, because as I say, you are supposed to be able to see it. So here goes then. And you don't, in the 60s, it wasn't about drawing the look up, it was about following the shape of the eye. There we go, so that's the black line that you had in the crease. I'm going to go in with a white. So I'm going to go in with this one here, this white one here. And that is going to go over my mobile lid. Okay. Makeup back then would have been, typically I would be using a Mary Quant or something like that to get the look of the 60s. Of course these days things aren't quite, they're a lot softer and they're more blendable, so you have to build them a little bit more. There wasn't things like contouring, didn't bother with anything like that. It was all about a very, very vibrant eye and lashes. Pop on my brows. Of course they would have been literally kind of drawn in, and there wouldn't have been an arch or anything. They probably just would have been really simple, really thin. So I'm just going to have to work with what I've got. So I'm not going to fill in all my brows today. Pressing quite hard as opposed to the gentle strokes that we would be doing now to fill our brows. Now I'm going to go in with a liquid eyeliner. Liquid eyeliner was key. You really did have to use a liquid eyeliner. It was also quite thick. False lashes, but also another really big accessory to use in your makeup. I don't know, I had all sorts of eyelashes, thick ones, thin ones, long, I had really long daisy ones, like Daisy the cow. And when the wind blew I was like this, I was like, can't see, keep my lashes on. I just can't see to put lashes on anymore, guys, so I can't do that today for you. But I am going to go in with mascara. This is just a mascara from Urban Decay. If it was in the 60s, I wouldn't have been using a mascara with a wand. I'd have been using almost like a little palette, a little square, almost like a little eyeshadow, and it had like a little, just had like a little brush. Just have the little brushes. I'll find a picture and I'll insert it in this video here, okay, somewhere around here anyway. And used to kind of spit in it. Disgusting. Gosh, I don't go sharing that with anybody, but used to spit in it and then like move the brush on it to make it all go liquid and then put it on, and it, you know, honestly it was great stuff. The other thing that was really a must do is to draw your lashes on underneath. Here goes. Let's have a go. Yes, I've just put a bit of, little bit of mascara onto my bottom lashes as well. Of course, back in the 60s, it was also very common for ladies to wear false lashes at the bottom as well. So we wouldn't only have them at the top, we'd have them at the bottom. So all about the eyes, and everything else was very subtle, paler sort of foundations, wow, pan sticks, that sort of thing. I was talking about the little brushes that were in the little mascara, the little spit mascaras we used to use back then. They were very much like this. So I've just found, these are a pair of tweezers, and they've got just the little brush for your brows, but they were very similar to this, and you would like spit into the little palette and then do this to liquidize it all, and then you'd all pop it on. Not the most hygienic of looks. The lips, now the lips, as I say, they were very matte really, and as I say, almost like a concealer colour, very nude. So I have found this one, and I'm going to try using this one because it's matte and it's pale like it would have been in the 60s. Like that. So really, I've more or less done the look. This is the 60s makeup look that I've done for you today. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a 60s hairstyle for you. Right, so just put some dry shampoo into my hair. Give it a brush through. Yes, I'm parting it here, so it's on the, almost on the crown really of your head, and I want to do almost like a halo at the back. So although I'm parting it back here, I'm trying to bring it down by the ear and then around. So this bit here, all this hair here is going to be backcombed. So I'm going to make a part in there, and I want to keep one section just on its own. I'm just going to pop a little hair grip in there. So here we go then, here we go. So let me get some product out to have a good old spray. Okay, so I'm going to take very small or smallish sections and tease within an inch of its life. And spray with product. So I'm just going to go around all of this bit, just about comb it and spray it, then I'll come back. Right, so as you can see, I have teased it within an inch of its life. If you have got curly hair, it's best if you could maybe straighten it before. I mean, I've got dead straight hair really, well, a tiny little wave, but mostly, you know, my hair is quite straight, so it's a lot easier. So yeah, if you've got wavy hair, curly hair, it would be an idea to straighten it first. When it comes to the teasing as well, oh, and also let me just say, day old hair, so not the day you've washed your hair, is much better. So the smaller sections of hair that you take and you tease, the better it will hold. Once you've done the teasing, if you and sprayed it, just sort of go through it and sort of break it up a little bit so it's not too clumpy. So when you've reached this stage, with the teasing brush would be fine if you use it on the side quite gently, but the idea is now is to smooth over the top, but you don't want to take the volume out, okay? You want to leave all this poofiness in there. So just smooth the top. So I'm now going to just take this side of my hair, and with the volume still in there, we go. I'm just going to take a bobby pin, try and push it up as well so that you've got your volume in there. Let's take a bobby pin and just pin that into place. Don't worry about any little strands because you can always get those later with hairspray. And then do exactly the same on the other side. Just try and even it out a little bit. Spray it. This is all about spraying and teasing, spraying and teasing. Okay, now with the back, the ends that are at the back, I will just wrap those around my finger and just pin them in, so that will go underneath the French pleat that is there. So that's all been incorporated and tucked into there. Okay, if you feel you need more security, put some more bobby pins in. This bit here, I want to create that look. Just smooth over any little bits that you've got. I'm just going to spray now, get all these little ends up at the back. So at the back it's got the French pleat in it, that's tucked into the French pleat. And there we are. I have created quite a high beehive. So here we are, my lovelies, this is the finished look. Okay, so I've just taken out the old beehive, just undone it. I'm going to leave some of the back combing in there because now I'm just going to recreate another look, and I'm going to do the flick up. So I still want a bit of teasing on the top. So I've just heated in my tongs, so I'm just waiting for these to heat up, and then I'll just start obviously curling from the bottom. Because I want to keep this amount of volume in my hair, what I'm going to do is just comb it a little bit, and then I'm going to just keep the volume in the top. I'm literally just going to clip here, just because when I'm pulling on this bit I don't want this to come out, so I'm just going to, you know, just sort of like as a bit of a marker really. There we go, so I know where I'm going. Look, I've got little bunches now. Okay, so what I need to do now is to take sections of my hair. Now this spray here that I've got, it is a 10-in-1, so it is a heat protector as well as a hairspray, setting lotion, all the rest of it. So just make sure that you do protect the ends of your hair. Start curling. I sort of hold for about 10 seconds. There we go. And then what I do is I just take this curl and I just roll it up just to hold it there, and I just put a little bobby pin in or a little clip, something like that, just to keep it there so that it cools down. Right, so I've gone all the way around my head now and just sort of pinned it in place. I've taken these out, don't really need these in anymore. Make sure that once you've done it, when you've done your curls, just make sure that they go really, really cold to hold. Just that will just literally hold the curl. Once it's cooled, and I think mine is pretty cooled now, take out your pins. Doesn't have to be really neat or anything. When your hair's a little bit longer and heavier, then of course you're not going to get that look where the flick up is even all the way around. It's going to be longer at the back. So you could have it, if you've got a fringe, then you could just sort of take it off to the side to make it look like you don't have one. If, like me, you don't have one, another thing you can do is to tuck this bit here. Smooth, and you could tuck this bit behind your ear to have your flick up like that. Yeah, so that's just another look from the 60s. So it's you've got the back combing here, and you've got your little curls at the bottom giving you the flick up here and here, but as I say, mine doesn't sort of lay. I would like it to have been where it's here and flicks up, but of course where my hair's that little bit longer now, it doesn't do that. But this gives you the look that we're after. So you've now got the flick up. There we are then, my lovely. This now brings this video to an end. So I've done a beehive look, I've done a flick up look and 1960s makeup look as well. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you could. I do lots of different types of videos, and yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel. If you've got any suggestions for any more hairstyles that you'd like to see, then just pop it down below in the comments box, and I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay fabulous.